Hey everyone, for today's video, I'll be talking about Chloe as well as my thoughts about her and whether or not you should summon for her. Jumping right into it though, she's a fire human, her slots are 6-star physical, 5-star support, and 4-star support or physical. These are some of the best slots that she could have had. Great for support and increasing break, and she doesn't need LB7 either since the physical slot wouldn't really help too much besides putting something like Mavakapoleps there. For her skill, it lowers the enemy's evasion by 20% for 8 seconds, with an 11-second CT and 1000 break. Nothing too crazy, pretty nice on higher evasion bosses, so that'll be helpful. As for her arts, it does 16,000 fire damage physical, and she reduces the enemy's break resist by 40% for 35 seconds, with 3000 break. This is really solid for increasing the team and Chloe's break, since it's a heavy 40% debuff. And it lasting for 35 seconds allows her to alternate between her true art and then potentially super art. Great overall for breaking though. As for her true art, it does 35,000 fire damage physical, and for 20 seconds, all allies get 5 type E arts a second and 70% break power, with 6,000 break. Solid true art all around, it gives a strong 100 arts to the team, and the strong break power buff being AoE means that not only does Chloe do a ton of break, but so does the rest of the team. This will make regular DPS do a good amount of break compared to not having it. And when it's used with Chloe, she's going to do a ton of break as well. For her super art, it does 100,000 fire damage physical, and for 20 seconds, reduces the enemy's fire resist by 100% with 12,000 break. The damage modifier is okay, as is the debuff, but the big looker here is the break. Having 12,000 break on a super art means that nearly every time this is used, it's going to take out a noticeable amount of the break bar, especially if Chloe's previously used her art or true art, in which case this could do more than half the bar with the right equips. Very good during break as well when she's with fire units so that she can basically allow herself and them to do a good amount of damage. As for her passives, when the boss is broken, all allies get 200 arts, she gets 70% burn resist as well as increasing damage to broken enemies by 50% for all allies. Not much to say here, the 200 arts and break is insanely good. Once you go into break, you're going to be able to instantly nuke again, which is really nice. The burn resist is whatever, but the AoE damage during break will make the entire team do noticeably more damage during break, which really helps the team overall. She's basically built to get everyone into break, and then once they're in break, she allows them to nuke with a ton of damage and arts gauge as well. As for her true weapon, it's a 5-star physical and it gives 50 arts on the first use, as well as 4,000 break with a 55-second CT. Not the worst, the arts is kind of nice to start her off and the break is okay, but it kind of becomes useless after the first use besides the above average break stat. For the passives, when it's used on Chloe, she gets 40% break power and 2 arts a second, as well as 5% physical resist. That passive for Chloe alone makes this a required equip for her. A total of 40% passive break power on an equip is insanely strong, as is the 2 arts a second. She'll have a total of 110% break power after her true art, meaning that her total break is going to go up an insanely high amount. It's 100% worth a pickup if you have Chloe, although if you don't have her, this equip falls off heavily. Overall though, Chloe is the first really strong breaker that we've seen in a little while. Her entire kit is made to make her one of, if not the best breakers in the game, and not only that, but she has the ability to art gen for the team. She's the first really good art gen breaker we've seen, and that role alone will make her last for a very long time. Considering we don't get too many good breakers often, having someone that's able to generate arts for the team as well as break is going to be really valuable, especially on the newer stages in JP where most content requires break, and to have a unit give something to the team besides break is going to make her almost needed in a sense, because using someone like Platina, Duke, or Strength is certainly possible, albeit they're holding the team back for their use of break. But with Chloe, she'll enable a team to do things besides just supporting a breaker. She makes a lot of comps open to try, which will make it hard to power creep her unless they make a breaker that just breaks half the bar instantly or something. She's certainly good as well, but I wouldn't say that she's worth a pity just outright since Emiya exists. But if you happen to pull Emiya early and are pretty close to a pity, I'd definitely finish it out for Chloe. She'll be great down the line, especially as we get more content that requires break. Let me know your thoughts about her though. If I get Emiya early on the lock-ons, I'll probably chase her as well, although I'd suggest everyone to save up for Star God Lisa if you're nowhere near a pity. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.